Yo, what's up? I'm here in Penang, Malaysia, and I want to share a few fun things that you can do while visiting to make the most of your time that you have here. First of all, you want to base yourself either in or within like a 20-minute drive of Georgetown, as this is likely where you'll spend most of your time. Georgetown is like a multicultural capital of the island. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and although the island of Penang is like dotted with high-rise buildings and everything else you'd expect in a big city, Georgetown remains untouched from the colonial era. And just walking the streets feels like you're taking a step back in time. Just a note before we get into it, we're staying in the Maritime Apartments right now, which we booked through Airbnb, and it has like the most amazing views. One side you're looking over the city, and the other side you like look right over the ocean. It's awesome. We paid $128 New Zealand a night, which at the moment equates to about 85 US dollars for a beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom loft. There are plenty of apartments like this that you can find, or you can stay in like a hotel or hostel right in the heart of Georgetown if you wish to stay there. Our apartment is about a 10 to 15 minute drive to Georgetown, but we don't mind being a little bit further out if it means being able to stay in a nice place like this. To get around, I use Grab. They don't have Uber anymore, but this is like basically the same thing, and a 15-minute Grab ride will set you back about 8 to 12 Malaysian ringgit, which equals about $3 US, so it's pretty cheap. So Georgetown is dotted with awesome street art. The first thing I would suggest doing is downloading the street art PDF I've attached below this video and go and find as many of the different paintings and artwork that you can around the town. No doubt you'll bump into a bunch of tourists that are doing the exact same thing, as like street art is what got Georgetown on the traveler's map. And once you get hungry, you'll be spoiled for choice. Penang has like the most amazing food. You can get the best fresh coconut ice cream and durian ice cream, which I think durian is terrible.
Oh, it smells.
Oh, it does smell funny. It's like super popular here, but it smells so bad. If you feel like a Western breakfast, I recommend going to Pit Stop for their bacon and eggs, or there's a place called Mugshot Cafe for bagels and coffee. And if you're into the more street food scene, there are hawker centers, which is like, it's like a food market, and they're dotted all around Penang, and they have some pretty crazy stuff like frogs and shark fin soup. But there's a lot of things like dumplings and curries and chicken satay sticks, which are like completely amazing, and that's what I always go for. But I recommend getting like a bunch of dishes, share with your friends, so you can try loads of different things in the hawker centers, because it's so good. We also went to a cool place called Bangkok Garden Barbecue for a dinner one night. It was like a little bit hard to figure out at first, but with the help from one of the guys who works there, we were like experts by the end of it. So the idea is that you order some meats and noodles and vegetables off the menu, and there's a round barbecue in the middle of the table, and you like put your own meat on and cook it. So if you're looking for something a little bit different for dinner, this is just a really cool place to go. Just make sure you don't make the same mistake as me and think that the fat for like greasing the barbecue is chicken. It's not chicken. If you're looking for a mainstream like tourist attraction or want to get some cool pics for the gram, there's an upside down museum, which is pretty trippy. The interior of the museum is all upside down, and the staff there take your phone or your camera and they'll give you these poses to do, so that when you like get the photo and flip it upside down, it looks like you're standing on the roof. So if you're in Georgetown, definitely check it out and get some fun new pics to confuse all your friends. Also, if you're into shopping, there are so many places to shop in Penang. If you're looking to keep like the money you spend to a minimum, then the markets are the place for you. There are these jetties in Georgetown where you walk on the jetties over top of the water, and they have lots of these little shops where you can buy like affordable clothing, little bits and bobs and souvenirs and, you know, touristy stuff. But if your budget is a bit bigger and you want to go all out shopping, there's also a few shopping centers in Penang, and like big ones too. The GURNEY Plaza is a 7-story shopping centre filled with like all of the big brands that you find in any, you know, Western country. Penang Island is a lot more than just Georgetown too, so if you wanted to escape the madness of the city, then you can take a walk or run up Penang Hill for some amazing views of the city, and if you're feeling lazy, there's like, you can take a bus or a train up. This is quite the sunset hotspot of Penang, by the way, so if you get a clear night, it's good to go up there for sunset. We also visited the botanical gardens, which is really nice to walk around in, and you can like see monkeys and things in the trees. It's kind of cool. But I definitely recommend going there in like the morning or like late at night, because it gets so hot. You can also take a car or a bus along the coast and stop around the BATU FERRINGHI beaches, I think it's called. Is that right? And while you're up there, you may as well go and check out the Utopia butterfly farm, which is like it weirdly has a lot of like spiders and Komodo dragons and scorpions in there too. It's kind of cool. But honestly, I think Malaysia is one of the most underrated countries for travel in Southeast Asia. It's incredible, and Penang Island is definitely one of my favorite places in Malaysia. So if you're passing through, I'm sure you'll love it, and I hope this video gives you a couple of ideas on what to do or what to expect while you're here. And if I missed anything, shoot me a comment below so that other travelers can like see your recommendations as well. Alright, that's it from me. I'm off to go get some char kway teow. You gotta try that, by the way. It's a good noodle dish here. Alright, I'm out. You.